In the toughest nails world, such as the business industry, you have to learn to do these three things: survive, advocate for yourself, and most importantly, set yourself apart from the rest. And Shari B is like no other. Coming straight out of the city of Chicago, she is not only your average rapper, she is an entrepreneur, hairstylist, graphic designer, all around it girl, and might I add, a new hairline owner. So, with the It Girl Masterclass, allow our guest co-host to teach you all how to not only set boundaries in this industry, but to make sure that you are the one that people want to look for. With that being said, are you ready for today's lesson? From the screens to each and every airways, welcome back all American beauties to a brand new episode and conversation right here on the People's Princess Podcast, the place that provides intimate and intentional conversations, surely to make you feel like love. For those who do not know my face or the sound of my voice, my name is Amanda Kai. I am your HPIC and most importantly, the host of this space, and I would like to welcome you all back into the palace. Today, y'all, I, in my opinion, I had one of the coldest upcoming rappers in the game right now. And if you have not heard her music, then what are you doing?
What you doing?
What you doing? Let's be real honest. If you have not heard her music, you're not doing anything good
At all, sorry.
y'all. And if y'all looking for her, who she remind me a lot. You think?
Don't say that, because that'll geek me up. Like, yeah, geek me up too much. For real.
And y'all already know I had to go get somebody from my hometown because y'all always be singing Chicago got nothing but violence. I beg to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Miss Ashari, aka Miss Shari B, if you nasty, the Chicago rapping princess.
Period. I'm sorry, y'all. I look so bad. I mean, I got a little caught off guard by everything that's going on right now, but
Period.
this is real.
First off, how are you? Like, what's going on? Tell us everything.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you're here. This is my first Chicago interview, so I had to start off right.
Okay, I feel honored. Period. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I've just been trying to make more music. I got other stuff going on too, so music is a little bit more new. Soon I'll be like selling hair. I already do hair, but May 3rd, make sure y'all stay tuned because Shari B extensions will be dropping. And y'all need to get that. Yeah, I'm good.
So to start off, for those who do not know you, introduce who Shari B is to the world.
Shari B is a rapper, entrepreneur. She's that girl. She keeps it real, no faking, no phony. Like, that's what Shari B is. Shari B, she's a sweetheart. She got a little hard, a little hard shell, but she really nice on the inside. She's very friendly. She talk that talk, but she can walk that walk. Okay, I'll do it. But yeah, that's me.
Okay, I like that little introduction. It's giving that girl, regardless.
Period.
Next question for you is: tell us the backstory behind what made you want to drop music.
So my uncle, he's actually a rapper. My dad used to rap too. I haven't had the chance to hear any of his music because them are just lost files. But I've been writing since I was 12. I like to write naturally, like aside from music. But I've been writing rap since I was 12. But I took a break. I didn't record. Then started back up till I was like 18. One of my close friends at the time, like my boyfriend actually. But that's a little session, and I made my first song, and it was terrible. Like I just was. It was like a little anthem, like a little bad bitch anthem. It was nothing for real, but it was just fun. Like I just had fun doing it. And then I took it more serious. Like, even at 12 years old, I had a little artistry to me. So, like, I had a good play on words. I had metaphors. I had all that. So, I kind of tapped back into that. And then I just started making more music. And it became fun, so I started dropping,
Okay.
making music videos, and yeah.
If you had to describe your rapping style in 3 words, what would it be and why?
3 words: authentic.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everything I do is me. Um, authentic, fun, and quality.
Ooh.
Like,
Okay.
like you could listen to my raps.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really gave y'all what I really want y'all to hear because I feel like I gotta kind of be in this box for right now so I can actually pop. But when I actually get a good fan base, I want to start dropping stuff so y'all can actually understand. Like, I'm an actual rapper. Like, I can actually say things that have meaning. I'm not just trying to be out here making catchy songs, even though everybody loves a good catchy song. It's just that that's just not who I am in general. So I want to give people a little bit more, a little bit something that could be missing right now. So
I like that. Like, not a lot of girls who are in the rap game talk about that, especially from where we come from, which goes into my next question. What do you think the world does not know about Chicago rap, especially from the female rap perspective? What do you think the world should know?
what don't they know about Chicago rap? I feel like when I hear somebody from Chicago rap, I go back and I listen to their other songs because I feel like when I hear something, it's the catchiest song. It's probably not their best song, but it's what's popping. So I feel like what a lot of people don't know about Chicago female rappers is that we actually got bars. If you go back and listen to something that's not really blowing up, it's because we going bar for bar. Don't nobody really want to sit there and listen to that. They want like club music, and that's okay. But we got some good stuff. We got some good stuff.
We do.
Y'all be quick to say, "Oh, she can't rap." That's because that's the only song you ever heard. You need
Clock
to go
it.
ahead and
Clock.
for real. We need to clock it right there
Clock
because
it,
y'all need
boo.
to go
Clock
back and
it.
listen to some. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I just feel like we misunderstood too. A lot of people like to make songs about the street life, and although that's what people live, that's not the only thing that we rap about.
I had to let that sit and let you clock it because it's like so many girls that we starting to hear now. It's like all you hear is the same cadence, and it's like, that's it.
Yeah, like you got a little bit more. Like, can we switch it up? Can we switch the
Yeah.
flow up? I want to be that girl that switch the flow up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand out. Like, and I like to do things that allow people to follow behind, like not in a follow leader way, but in like a okay, she showed them a little something different. Now I can, show them this part of me that everybody don't necessarily want to see. Sometimes you just gotta, cause you could. I want to appeal to a lot of different people. That's my thing. I want to grow and expand different things that I never thought I could get on beats I never thought I could rap on, talk about stuff I didn't even that I only dreamed of. I just want to kind of go far and have different stuff to talk about. I know people are tired of hearing the same things because I'm a listener as well, and I'm tired of hearing the same stuff. So I try to switch it up.
I like that. Just starting to hear what your perspective is on rap, especially from us both being from Chicago. I feel like the Chicago rap scene isn't being recognized as it is from, Atlanta, New York. And I feel like it's very important for girls that look like us to start actually coming into the scene, which also goes into my next question is, who is your inspiration in terms of rap, whether if it's from an older era of hip hop or today's music?
My inspiration. um, I love Lotto, so I'm gonna just say her because I just love Lotto. I love everything about Lotto. But definitely Nikki. Maybe saying her is maybe cliche. I don't know because a lot of people say Nikki, but you can't deny.
You can't. You cannot.
She's not all theatrics. She's a lyricist, and she changed the way for female rap. But she's definitely one of my inspirations. Drake when he's actually going bar for bar. I love all different types of Drake music, but when we talking about real rap, like Drake, he could, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely.
Yeah. Lil Wayne, he's really got me in touch with like the metaphors and like saying things differently and just like yeah, he's very impactful as well. I say those are the top people I can think about right now. It's crazy. I said the big three: Drake, Lil Wayne.
I didn't even mention, I didn't even notice that because in
Yeah,
the
me
start, I was like,
either.
oh, ain't that the
Yeah, I didn't even notice, but yeah, definitely.
So tell me about your first song that you released versus the new music that you have. So kind of give us like the process into what Shari looks for, especially when she's writing her songs, making the videos. Just let me know what it looks like to be Shari B the rapper.
So comparing my first song to now, my first song, I don't even really like my first song
Really?
anymore. Yeah, I don't know. And then whenever somebody posts it, I just be like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. But I'm like, that's my fault. I need to drop more music, and I get other people mess with it. It's just that I don't know. I be saying like I try to tap in something different. So whenever I go back on that and drop something that's not up to par, later on I just be like, ugh, turn it off. But yeah, that was kind of a song like that. And then my newest song, I think that one is way better than my first song. It's it just because I don't know, I feel like it is catchy and short, but it's also like you listening to it like, okay, this girl, she could be saying some stuff. Like and so it's I just feel like I'm upgrading on my delivery, my cadence, what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. I think that might be helping me create a fan base, just kind of staying consistent in the things that I do, but upgrading in it. So staying consistent, not being different than where I want to steer to, but also just getting better at it. So I think that's kind of the difference between my oldest song and my newest song. But I got a long way to go. But I think I'm on the right track. So yeah.
And that is honestly what I like about you and your style, and most importantly, how you carry yourself. Is a lot of people see your dedication. I feel like a lot of people need to start noticing that because for me not being a rapper, but in the podcast scene, we don't really see a lot of girls, kind of show the process. And I feel like with how you not only deliver your verses and your songs, like everybody wants to like jump on you, like, oh, okay. So going into that, what exactly inspired your style? So when it comes to your cadences and your delivery, was there something specific? It doesn't even have to be a person exactly. What exactly inspired the way you want to deliver your lyrics? And most importantly, how do you want that to translate into not only your current fan base, but for those who are listening to this conversation? What do you think your new fan base will want to learn about you from your rap?
Um. Okay. The first question was like, what inspires like my flow and stuff
Yeah,
like
your
that.
flow and your cadence.
Okay. I think just me being confident in myself. Like I really want that to, translate in my music. Like I know who I am. I'm very sure of who I am, and I don't want people to think that I'm rapping a certain way because of somebody else, or I'm doing something because everybody else is rapping, because that's not the case. Like, so I really want people to understand, like, if I'm rapping and if I'm saying what I'm saying, I mean it, and it's not because I heard somebody else say it. It's not. That's not the reason. So that's what I want to translate. And for my new fans, I just want them to like understand, like, again, everything I do is authentic to me. That's why I want to build a real good fan base. I don't want anybody who's not sure of themselves, and that's going to be people in general. But when people listen to my music, I just want them to feel how I feel. So to my new fan base, I just I want y'all to listen to my stuff and be like, she that girl, so I'm that girl. We might look the same, we might not. You might relate to what I'm saying, you might not, but the way that I'm saying it will make you want to feel it. So even if you can't relate, you will say it to yourself enough that you will end up feeling what I'm saying, and that's kind of how I want that to go through some people who's rocking me right now and the people who will find me in the future.
I like that. I really do. And most importantly, when it comes to not only you being outside of the rap scene, how do you want to portray yourself on social media to those who are not only looking for your music, but most importantly for those who are looking at you beyond your music?
That's a good question because, like I said, I do a lot of other stuff, and it's kind of hard, like sticking to one image. Like I want to I want people to see me as a businesswoman, but then it's like the type of songs I make and the music I make, they I don't know if they almost contradict themselves, but I don't really want it to seem like that. I just want it to seem like I'm a person who knows how to run a business and know how to be professional. But I could turn up with y'all at the same time. I could say other stuff and I could mean other stuff. Like I just want people to realize, like, everybody is not one person. Everybody got a lot of other stuff going on. That's how people are in real life. So when people go to my social media, I just want them to see that I'm doing a lot of other stuff, but I'm still the same person. Like, I'm not off the rails unprofessional because I'm a rapper. And I'm not only entrepreneur who does and sell hair. I do other things. And I just want them to like see me as like a real person. Like she could have many things going on and still be, cool, respectful and stuff like that. I guess that answers the question. That's kind of the image I want to give off. I don't want to give off anything too crazy, or I don't want people to think because I'm saying something in my raps, I'm not portraying a good image as a professional person, because I am, because I do other things in business that requires professionalism. But I'm just an artist as well. Like I'm very expressive. Like I do other things, and so yeah.
Okay. And also, if you can elaborate more on the business side of Shari, like what does that look like?
So, all of this started, I guess, when I was younger, because I started being an entrepreneur in sixth grade. Like, I had this thing called Shari Sweets, and baby, I was making candy bags. I was doing pop up shops.
Oh, wow.
And like, I don't know how old you are in sixth grade, but however old I was, that's what I was doing. And then in like eighth grade or freshman year, I started selling like lip gloss, lip balms, handmade lashes, all that stuff. So I think it just comes from a place of me just wanting to show people like I have a lot of talents. And if I could capitalize off that, I'm gonna do it. And I'm not gonna let one thing stop me from doing something else. And that's also like, aside from my music, that's also what I wanna give people inspiration on. Like just knowing me as a person. If you don't like my music, you don't have to, but you should be able to feel me in another aspect of life. You should be able to feel me like, oh, she could do all this other stuff and still make it happen. And she's, I could do it too. I don't have to let one thing stop me from doing something else. And so yeah, I just been selling stuff and doing stuff and showing people that I'm multi-talented since I was a jit. So I just want to keep that going.
And that is definitely okay to show because, like I said previously, we don't really see both sides of those who are in the music industry. And I feel like you are now starting a different type of work in terms of that. So, going into more of misconceptions of you, what do people not know about Shari that even though when they look at you at first glance, they think one thing, but once they actually get to know you, they actually see the real you?
I don't really know what be going on in other people's head. I don't know. I had a lot of people tell me like, I don't know, I look mean.
Really?
Yeah, like I guess when I was in school, I used to mean mug, but I think that was just my resting face.
Yeah.
People would say I look mean from just my IG. I'm like, y'all, I'm cool. Like I'm cool. Like don't be weird or messy or mean or nothing. But like other than that, I'm cool. I think that's really one thing I can think of.
Okay. And that's definitely understandable because I don't know if it's just me, but like people, from Chicago, we always get that, oh, you look so mean.
just me. That's just us. I don't know.
Right. I feel like for me, every time I hear when you first saw you, you had a RBF. I'm like, I did.
Yeah, I got that a lot.
Really? Because I just started receiving it, and for me, I just feel like I don't know if they're being nice or trying to let our feelings not get upset, but I feel like sometimes it can be very condescending because they don't realize that we're actually some really good people.
We are. I mean, yeah, we are. People in Chicago,
Yeah.
they got rough skin, but like we don't really start off like that. Like you really
Right.
got to do something for us to be like, yeah, we don't mess with you no more. I think I got that a lot at school just because I didn't like school. I probably actually did look mean walking through them hallways. But I don't know. That's just a thought.
So coming from graduating high school, how did you see yourself in your rap career? Did it just come from a moment of inspiration, or tell me about that?
Um, so in high school, I don't even think I dropped my first song in high school. It might have been like the summer after I graduated. Um, but if it was in high school, it's probably late senior year, and I didn't really plan anything around that. Because right now I don't feel like I don't promote myself as a rapper as much as I should. I have opportunity to like perform, and I don't. I just feel like I didn't really plan to be a rapper. I'm not really planning my life around it. It's not like some big dream that I have. I am passionate about it, and if it takes off, I would be ecstatic. Like this is crazy. I could do this for the rest of my life. Okay, but in my mind, I just always wanted to be a self-made whatever. So whatever I could think about doing or selling or investing in, that was always my plan. I never wanted to go to college. It was never on my mind. I'm like, please, y'all, don't even. And then luckily for me, my parents didn't push it, but they're just always like, well, you need to have a plan. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I don't want to go to college. And if I was to go to school, it would have been like cosmetology school, which I still can, or like a school specifically for business, which I also still can, but that'll be the other, forms of education that I would get. I wouldn't want to go to college. But yeah, I didn't really plan anything around rapping. I'm going to do it because I enjoy it. And then hopefully that gets me far enough to where it becomes a career.
I like that. I really love hearing your plan and definitely have. Although not a lot of people saw that as the plan, but you still see yourself being passionate about it, even if it doesn't go, the way that you intended. And I feel like it is okay to go through that, and especially with May 1st on the horizon. If there is anything that you would like to let any high school seniors or just anybody in high school know in general about not taking a typical path to college, what would you say?
I would say to just make a plan then. Sometimes it might not always start out how you intended to. Sometimes you have to do stuff that you don't want in order to create a future for yourself. I'm not there yet, but just speaking from what I can gather about life, like I feel like you just have to go through hard stuff first. I have a lot of like friends in my corner who's just like can't get their head through the process. And I'm like, I'm not even through the process yet, but I know it's gonna be worth it. So if you coming out of high school and you don't want to go to college, it might take you longer. It just that just might be a reality. You might have to do a little bit more than grind for 4 years then. And so that's kind of just what you have to realize, and you have to just plan for that and make yourself mentally prepared for that because I'm mentally prepared for that. I started running a business a long time ago, so I know how long it can take just for me to get that, that little start making a little money. So I feel like I'm ready for the years for it to actually pop off and me to start, making real
I like that. So when it comes to your entrepreneurial pursuits, what is your favorite?
money. My favorite right now. I don't know. I enjoy doing hair. I think that's why I tapped into started selling hair. I think it's just. I mean, a tip like hair. You ain't. That's never running out of money. Like the beauty industry, baby. Somebody gonna always want their hair and weed. If y'all need a fella playing hair and drugs, I'm telling y'all they ain't going nowhere. So
that's real.
If you want to capitalize off that,
yeah,
I say go ahead. Me, I'm gonna do that. I plan on opening a salon in like a few years, and I love the beauty industry. I mean, I'm not big in like the makeup things like that. I love it, but I haven't tapped into that side yet. Right. So I'm really intrigued by hair and doing hair and the things that come with hair and the different styles, textures, everything like that. And I kind of just want to let people see that. So when I, start selling hair, because I don't really do hair like that. I don't really promote too much. I want to get back. I'm really good at promoting other people's businesses and making like I'm also a graphic designer. I make business page flyers. I create websites. I'm just really good at doing stuff for people. I'm like, I really need to tap into myself. So that's what I'm about to start doing. And yeah.
Okay, like I'm really enjoying like seeing this side, like because when we first met, I only know from you doing rap, but then when I started looking for, I was like, she's very multifaceted.
Yes, I am, and I'm enjoying this too. I feel like people don't really know me. I mean, I don't blame them because they don't really have much to go off of, but I feel like that's why having these conversations publicly are important.
Yeah. So my next question for you is, was there ever a time where in your entrepreneurial pursuits where you felt like, okay, this is the route for me, especially when it came to your previous conversation about hair? Kind of elaborate on that for us and let us know what exactly wanted to push you further into the hair industry, and most importantly, how you came up with your hair venture as well.
I don't think I really ever had a point where I'm like, this is for me, because I mean, I never really had the big responsibility of depending on a business to live off of it. Like I'm just now turning 19. So I feel like once I really get knee deep into this new thing that I'm doing, I'll really be like, and I feel like there's a lot of ups and downs when you're not working for somebody else, and you just kind of have to take that. So I think, but if I ever did have a moment where I'm like, this is for me, it's because I realized like I don't want to be working under someone else for the rest of my life. Like I want to have financial freedom, all the good things. Y'all know all the good things that comes with just working for yourself. Like that's really what I want. So when it comes to entrepreneurship, I think that's just the top thing for me. And then for me to find something that I'm interested in and be able to make that a part of my plan of having to just work for me, I think that makes it more acceptable and makes it worth like the bad days, because there is a lot of ups and downs.
Absolutely.
When you're doing your own thing, jobs are promised most of the time. They come with great things like benefits, paid every week. You might get some PTO, you might, but what's paid time off to all days off if you're working for yourself? Sometimes you just have to compare, and I'm the type of person to learn from other people's mistakes. I see people who are older than me wishing that they had more time. And a lot of people always tell me, man, if I did what you doing at your age, I'd be like, you still can. Right. Like I want to shake people so bad. People be 30 plus thinking that it's end all be out, and it's not. Do you know how many millionaires started at like 40, 50? Like I really want to be like an inspiration for people who are younger than me, older than me, feel like they can't do it anymore, because you can. But even with the people that's having the doubt, that's older than me, even if I tell them they can and they just feel they can't, maybe they won't. And I just don't want to be in that position. I just want to start now and push, because I know if I struggle right now, not have fun right now, I could be older and be thanking myself that I took the necessary steps to get me to where I wanted to be. And I could show people a better way of living.
Yeah. Like hearing what you were just saying, I didn't even think of it like that, especially in terms of people who do look like us, especially with us being so young. They don't really realize that there are other ways in life besides college, especially with entrepreneurship, especially with us being African American females, which brings me into my next question. Do you feel like not only just the business industry, the music industry, but all industries in actuality, do they actually support girls that look like us?
Okay, before I answer that question, I do want to say I am not against college for anybody. If that is your path, please do it and do it right. Don't have ASS it. Like if you gonna spend that money, if you going for something very specific, then come out the right way. You know what I'm saying? Just be smart about it.
Right.
It don't matter what you do, just be smart about it. But as far as the industry and black women, I feel like now we are being recognized more. I feel like a lot of people have been able to, tell their stories and kind of demand some more respect. In some ways, I feel like we're running certain things, like the rap industry right now. We was popping, but I feel like in all aspects, some things still don't equate. Like I was just watching, I forgot her name, but she was talking about how Taraji P Henson was talking about getting like less pay because she was
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
because she was a black actress.
Yeah.
I just feel like one more time.
I said yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, because she's a black actress, and I just feel like although like now you're hearing the struggle, you've been known about it, especially if you was one of the directors, if you was one of the playwrights, if you the person that's paying me. Like I just feel like it's just so like pushed back. I think now like people are aware publicly, but behind the curtains people been aware.
Absolutely.
Been, like giving, I don't know if I curse on here, but I've been doing good the whole session. People been just like stepping over it, and I just feel like there's a lot more that can be done. Like, is it really that hard? Like, I'm putting in the work. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's very nerve wracking, and I feel like it can get hard sometimes. Obviously, I haven't exactly experienced really what I'm talking about yet because I'm not in the game, like for real. I'm just starting out, but I just, these questions that you're asking are important because I have to make myself aware of the possibilities of me getting a no for no reason. Like me having to go through things for no reason just because of who I am. So I just feel like although things are being mentioned and being noticed, it's still a long way to go.
Absolutely.
Still got a long way to go.
And it really makes sense because I feel as if even though we're hearing these stories now, like you said, these things have been happening behind the scenes, whether if it's in front of our faces, even just other places that we haven't even stepped into yet. And going into the spaces that I spoke about on a previous episode in Taylor the Missing Rooms, what do you think is missing from these rooms that we tend to enter ourselves into, but aren't mainly tailored made for us, especially being young black women?
I think obviously people who look like us,
Absolutely,
they need to be empowered because they'll understand. You could tell a person all day that's never lost a family member that you don't know how to function. That now that your mom is gone, but all they gonna say is like, I can't really relate. I don't really know what that means. like, okay, like, I can be there for you, whatever that looks like. But, they're not going to get it. You have to
Yeah.
talk to somebody who understands what you've been through and who's in a position to make changes. And I also feel like, because those people are not in the room, sometimes they try to take advantage of you. And I feel like, us as Black women, we need to be able to put ourselves in situations that aren't allowing us to be blinded by like the truth or the facts. Like we need to go into things knowing like some things are just not going to happen the way you want to happen, unfortunately. But how do you work your way around that? How do you get what you want out of this deal? Like, how do you know what I'm saying? Until there's the playing fields are leveled, how do you still come out on top with somebody not taking all your money or taking all of your music, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like we just need the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We do need people that look like us in the rooms that have power, but when we don't, we just have to go in not being blindsided. You know what I'm saying? Do your research and things like that.
Girl, you need to write a book. And I'm being so serious. Like, I've really been enlightened this whole entire time. Because, especially with me doing these past couple of interviews that I've done, I just started to hear more and more from those who I've talked to because everybody's situation is different, you know?
Yeah.
And with the situations that we all face, a lot of people don't realize that people that look like us go through it more frequently than those of other racial counterparts.
Right.
And with us being so young, everybody's just like, well, you don't know nothing about it. But at the same time, we do. Because at the same time, it doesn't even have to be in an industry. It could be in the institutions we're in. It could be in personal settings, familial settings, friendship settings, all of that.
Yeah. Schools, on the street.
Absolutely.
And like it really don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't have to involve money or a deal. It could just literally be just because I'm somewhere and you could feel the diversity and how it's being, favored one way and not your way.
Yeah.
Literally.
Thinking about, these rooms that we're looking into, if you were, let me ask you this, if you were in the seat of an executive, making your own, probably a record label or just your own investment group, what would you be looking for in order to create, the space that we spoke about previously?
What would I be looking for? Like, what would I like instill or like?
Yeah, what would you like instill, or what would you like for those who would be not really under your wing, but working alongside you to look like in order to portray the image of, what would you like for your company?
Um, that's a good question. Um, I can't really get too technical because I don't know too much about the rap game, but just at the surface, I would just want to hire and be at a table with people who understand me. Because if I'm running a business and you working under me and you don't even understand my mission statement, what we doing here? If you still looking at if somebody is better than somebody else because of their skin color, what we doing here?
Right.
I just need people who are open minded. Closed minded people get little to nowhere. That's some advice for some of y'all. Y'all need to stop being so like, and I don't want to point out a specific group of people, and I'm not because I'm going to like, but there's just certain groups of people who can't seem to treat other people with fairness.
Absolutely.
Because of how they want to live their life. My thing is, if it's coming to the harm of none, why do you care? Like, no one is physically harming you. No one is doing anything to you. This is literally how I'm living my life, and you could just be bashed for it. Like, this could be literally how I'm born, and you just being bashed for it. I hate people like that. Why are you making these people feel bad or suicidal or whatever the case may be because you don't like it? it's not for you to like. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna live my life for you.
Right.
So I don't think the next person is. So it's not for you to like or dislike. So just in my circle, if I'm running anything, I just need people who understand diversity and understand people's stories, and who can like cater to different people's lives and opinions, and don't just think one thing works for everybody,
right,
whatever the case may be. But yeah, just very open-minded people. Yeah.
Yeah, like these conversations, like how me and you are having right now, I feel like these need to be more on the bigger displays because, unfortunately, I hate to say this, a lot of people who aren't not really in the podcast world like myself, I feel like we're not really talking about it enough. And with us, like I said, being so new, we don't really expose the things that are going around of our situations because we're either afraid about it or just always getting scrutinized by those who do not look like us, or even just in our own circles. And I feel like going back to what you said, sometimes if I'm risking a lot of things on the line for the things that I care about, then everybody should be able to advocate it the way that I'm advocating for it. Because we never know what anybody is either going through or what somebody is thinking. Because if you link up with somebody who does not have the same mindset as you, then it is not bound to work.
That's true. That's true. And I just feel like sometimes people are just scared to talk about it.
Yeah.
Or misinformed or don't know anything at all. And that's okay as long as you're willing to learn. Like some people will be ignorant their whole life because it's bliss. But baby, I need to know what's going on.
Hello.
What's happening? Yeah, no.
Yeah. So the next question from me is, if there is one thing that you would like to tell those who are looking to be probably in the same place as you in terms of entrepreneurship, the rap game thing, or even just your new pursuit in self-care, what advice would you give to them?
I'd say do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because your favorite influencer is doing it. Don't do it because, you know what I'm saying? Do it for the right reason.
Yeah.
If you're passionate about something, you'll take it more seriously. Don't just do something because, do it, give it 100% so you can have the best products. You know what I'm saying? Don't, if the money will follow. If you putting in the work, if you put in the money, if you put in the time, your money will follow. But sometimes that is not the only reason you can get into something, because it won't work. You just trying to make $1, it won't work. Cause then what would you do to make that dollar? If you only doing it for the money, you have to do stuff for the right reasons. And that's really the advice I would give. Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Make sure you're aware that there is going to be a journey before the destination. You cannot be rushing. You have to do it right. You have to take your time. You have to accept that things are going to come when they're supposed to. That money that you want to have in your account, you probably not even ready for it. If you had 10,000 in your account right now, what would you do with it? Would you double it? Do you know how? Like, sometimes people need to just hold on a minute.
Yeah.
It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Yeah.
All right. And the last question from me is, what is next for Shari B? What does the next 6 months to a year, or even just after this interview, what are you looking forward to doing?
First, I just want to say thank you for having me, because this was so good. You asked so many good questions.
Thank you.
Like people need to listen to this and just really understand me as a person and how good of a podcast host you are.
Thank you. Appreciate
But other than that, soon, like I said, May 3rd, Shari B extensions will be dropping. Get tuned with that. Hopefully in the next 6 months, I definitely should be dropping some more music. I will be dropping some more music. And yeah, that's really all. That's really all for me. I need to get in tune with those two things.
Yeah.
And just make sure you tuning in to the People's Princess
Thank you.
podcast, because she really saying some light on some stuff y'all need to listen to.
When I tell you, like, and I'm being brutally honest, because, like, before I even came, doing this interview, like, when I tell you, I have not been getting a whole bunch of support. But like, with you, my friends, and of course some other family members, I'm really starting to get the support that I love. So I appreciate guests like you actually like telling me like I'm actually doing my job because
You doing really good. And you coming with the questions with the quickness. Like,
you know what? And I'm gonna be honest, I freestyle the questions.
Really?
I
See,
freestyle off the bat.
It did not seem like every time I was done talking, you was like, okay, so in my next, I'm like, okay, how you that quick? I didn't see you looking down at no iPad.
Yeah. And I'm being
down.
honest. Like, when it comes to me and my questions, like, honestly, I pray about all my interviews and just making sure that it makes sense and that it's a real conversation because I don't want it to be the same thing that you see, especially with me being so young. I'm just like, okay, I don't want to do the same thing that everybody else is seeing. And I said, okay, if I get those who are like myself, who are grounded in whatever they're in, and most importantly, have something going for them, like, you have to make sure that everybody who is listening will have the ears to listen and the eyes to see, because at the same time, not all things that people are saying is good things that we need to adapt to.
Right. Right. All advice is not good advice. Just
in
that podcast and they putting that little sad music behind it, girl, scroll off that post. For real. Y'all be like, oh, he's speaking facts. No, he's not. He's literally saying anything.
And
then what works for somebody may not work for you. You cannot apply everybody's life to your life. It just don't work like that.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people only try to like adapt to things that are being seen right now, but you gotta look inside out, because even though it might look good to you from a peripheral view, but what about on the back of your head? Even though they say eyes are on the back of your head, sometimes your intuition or your spiritual self be like, no.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to yourself.
Definitely.
You can listen to anybody else. What you thinking? How you think this gonna go?
Right.
What's your plan? Y'all be ready to follow somebody else's plan. Y'all be ready to buy that ebook. Baby, have you even tried to figure it out yourself? Is this even something you want to do?
Right.
I need people to take a step back. Why you buying that course? They don't actually make that much money.
Wow.
It's just like people don't take a step back.
Yeah. And most importantly, before we close, is there any social media or just a way for my listeners, for your fan base and your future fan base to find you? And most importantly, shout out your music, shout out where you can be found, everything, girl.
So I'm Shari B. You can find me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram at the real Shari B _THESHRIB _. Hopefully my name never changes. But I really want to. Somebody's name on Instagram is Shari B.
Really?
I can't do nothing about that. So we the real Shari B right now on everything. And yes, my most recent song is Two's Freestyle. That was the actual freestyle, my first freestyle.
Really?
I'm proud of myself. Yes. So I really want y'all to tune in. But my favorite song I got right now is probably FWM. And y'all should go tune into that one.
Hear me.
And thank you so much for the People's Princess having me on here. Make sure y'all listen to us.
Thank you for coming on. Like, I feel like we really had an amazing conversation. Like,
we did.
This was dope. We need to start having more stuff like this.
Yes.
Like, if I have to start hosting these things like this, we're having like a group interview with somebody from, of course, our hometown, somebody from Fort Valley, where I go, or just anywhere in general. Like, we really need to start having these things, and like just talking. I'm just like, man, I could really do something with this. Like, I really see this going far.
It can.
Like,
you believe it, and ain't no way you can't take it.
Like, this should be a series now. You got me wanting to work. You got me wanting to work.
Oh, don't tell me that,
baby.
I was talking good like that. Okay.
Yes. When
I'll be back on next Monday. Same time. No, but yeah, I would love to come back.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely have to do this again. Like, this was dope.
It really, really was.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, for everybody who has tuned in, whether you are part of Shari's fan base or my own fan base, and for those who are new to the scene, we hope you all enjoyed this version of this conversation. We are very grateful that you all have chosen to listen to both of us, and most importantly, If you have not supported either myself or Shari, make sure to support us today because support is free 99.
Free 99, baby.
Free 99. Like, you can support everybody else who's doing all these things. You can listen to all these rappers that you don't even know. But if you
They
can't
never
support
gonna
your
see you. They
friend,
never gonna see your post. They never gonna pay you for posting. They never gonna notice you in the crowd of their concert. They never gonna. Come on now.
literally. And my thing is,
support who you want to support, but support your friends first.
yeah.
For real.
Like, it's all in where it is at the end of the day. Like, if you can't support your own people, then you making a mistake.
Making a mistake.
And most importantly, for those who are going through anything mental health wise, please make sure to call 988. I stress this out a lot because we never know what anybody's going through. And not only myself, but Shari and my team behind me are very dedicated. And most importantly, keep a lookout for the series because I might start a series now.
Okay, period.
All right. So once again, thank you, Shari, for joining me. It has been an honor, a pleasure, and most importantly, a privilege to talk to you.
You, baby, me. But yes, thank you so much.
Of course. And unfortunately, this is a wrap, but this is not the end. So make sure to stay tuned to not only myself, but Shari. And this is another conversation right here on the People's Princess Podcast, the place that provides intimate and intentional conversations surely to make you feel like royalty. I am your host, Amaya Kai, signing out.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.